Guyana, we have lost another daughter of the soil. Guyana, we are mourning yet again for our next daughter of the soil. We are plunged into mourning yet again for another daughter of the soil. This is heartbreaking. It's so heartbreaking for mothers everywhere, grandmothers, sisters, aunties, cousins, neighbors. Yet again, we gather here and talk about it, cry about it, get angry, get frustrated. Yet again, yet again, we lost. We lost a daughter. Now we have to pray for her son to make it. It's sad. It's sad that we gotta gather here again on this same situation, similar situation. It's heartrending. When will this be fixed? When will we get this fixed? Some might say this is not the right time to talk about it. When is the right time? Would we ever have a right time? Huh? We gotta fix this. We gotta talk about fixing this. You know, the last time, the last incident, I make a video, I talk about it. Yet again, we're here. Listen, I'm not qualified, to say this or say that about that. But I'm a woman and I have wisdom and I understand things. And from my understanding is that you gotta fix something from the root. You gotta fix it from the root. You can't just top, because when you top it, it can come right up back. I had a tree in front of my yard and it get big. I was growing big and out of hand. Anyway, I wanted to do my fence, so I wanted to get rid of the tree. It was right there. They said the roots could gonna damage the concrete fence and whatever. I cut the tree down. Oops, the tree. You see leaf. I cut it again. It spring up to the trunk, right down low like this. Leaf still, pushing out. Somebody say you gotta poison the root, because as much as you cut the tree, the root is still there. The root is still living. You understand? So I had to get something now and pour, I think, in the tree trunk, and there's how the tree eventually rotten out. With all that said is to come back to say we got to deal with this situation from the root. And how we dealing with this situation from the root? We got to get some sort of program for these men. Something got to be done. We can't just focus on the women alone. We can't, let us get a program for these women. Let us get a program for, guess what? We have to get some sort of program for these men. Because a lot of men walking around this place broken. When you go in to date a man or marry a man, we don't know what trauma this man go through as a child, even in a previous relationship. We don't know. A lot of children grow up in abusive homes, and they bring the trauma over to. Some men can't deal with rejection and all these things. I'm not saying because of though you have a right. No, hell to the no. No, don't get me wrong here. Don't get me wrong. I ain't siding with nobody who take somebody's life. Hell to the no. What I'm saying, we gotta fix a situation that keep coming back like a nightmare in our society. Like we ain't getting rid of this. You understand? But we gotta fix it. We gotta fix it from the root. We don't know what these men going through. A lot of men can't deal with certain situation and they go the violent way. The violent way. So we have to get some sort of program. Some sort of program for men. We got broken men. And if we don't fix our broken men, we can lose our daughters, our nieces, our cousins, our granddaughters, our neighbors. And what will happen? We come again and gather here on the social media. We can read the papers, the press, yet again, frustrated, angry. We can pour out, and then it's gonna wave away, and we can go on in our life until next, and then we come again. No, we gotta fix this. We have to fix this, and we gotta tackle this by getting some sort of help for men. And when men go to this program, it's not for you laugh at them or call. We gotta be not for somebody laugh at men and say they're crying, because a lot of men, want help, but men don't cry. A lot of men don't cry. But I'm not saying, don't get me wrong, don't come after me and saying, I'm looking at the long-term situation. If we don't fix this situation, where we going? We can repeating it over and over. We just come here, get angry, put up a picture, whatever, rest in peace, and then we go about our business, and then we come back here again. No. I was just reading an article, and the article said that the said father, husband, went to church and asked for prayer for him. What that tell you? You understand? So we gotta get some kind of program where people could go to where men could seek help. If we help these men, we saving our daughters. So guess what? We tackling two birds with one stone. Anyway, guys, let us pray for recovery of the son. Let us pray that he come through, and continue praying for him, because in a situation like this, he need prayers. So guys, yet again.